Before I start with my first guest, Sia, I would just like to thank all the essential service workers for being out and about and sort of doing what they have to do right now. I know it's a really crappy time for everyone to be leaving their homes, so to everyone who does have to leave because they are deemed an essential service, I do want to thank you. To everyone in quarantine right now, isolation right now, I hope you're all doing well. And to all you assholes who are still going out and about and not practicing social distancing, I do want to say fuck you, but I hope you stay healthy. I'm going to welcome Sia into the chat right now. Forgive me, as this always doesn't work out. Finally, it worked. From Petra's laughing, I take it you guys can hear me. Hi, wow. Wow.
Hi, everybody.
This feels a lot more apocalyptic. You look like Jesus.
Good, you?
Not too bad. Long time, old friend. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. How are you? Thank you for having me. I really
Thank
like
you.
what you're doing.
Thank you for agreeing to be on my show, Sia. I have
My
always
pleasure.
admired and respected you. I've known you for many years. I don't think a lot of people know that, but I've known you for so long. We worked in the mall together for years, side by side, actually. So for those who don't know, Sia is the owner of the Nutrition House Saint Laurent location. Do you still own Orleans? Is that still up and running?
No. Orleans, since 2017, it's been closed down. The whole mall was being renovated, so we closed it down. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, you know what? It's probably a good thing now.
Yeah,
So
really busy these days.
how are you doing? I mean, how is it having to get up every day and go to the mall and sit there? Is it busy? Are people still coming in?
I mean, people are coming in. It's different, right? It's really, really different. I think it's really changed. I mean, for some, for the better, but most people, I would say the majority of the retailers, I think they're suffering. They're hurting. It's really tough times, you know. Even the way you practice your business has changed, you know. Before you do anything now, you honestly think like 10 times, and can't come in, and you know it's all one by one. It's different. The mall is only a handful of stores are open. I would say 95% they're closed. Only the essentials are open.
And are you considered essential or are you thinking of closing your doors?
Well, no, we're considered essential under number 2 and number 55. I thought about closing it. We wanted to stay open the whole time, not even be closed for one day. But after seeing everyone else close, and I was pretty optimistic that, you know, mid-April everyone would kind of open up again, but it didn't look like that, and everything keeps changing daily. So I spoke to the mall, but it seems like they want us to stay open. They want to work with us, and they want us to, you know, still be here and, you know, just be here for people, because people still need their stuff. People are still coming in. We just change it up how we do things. We prefer they call us, we put it aside, and when they come, they just pick it up. You know, one person at a time. Everything has to get cleaned every morning, every product. Before they come in, they have to sanitize. They can't touch anything. They kind of have to know what they want. So it's changed a little bit. It's, you know, before we were building a relationship with the clients and our guests, but now it's more, what do you need? This is what you want. This is what you're going to get, and you're going to go. There's no window shopping, no looking around. They've, you know, reduced all the entrances, so there's only a few entrances for people to come in. They're trying to minimize the traffic in the mall, you know, per se. But so traffic has definitely gone down. But yeah, we're still getting clients for what they need.
And how does that make you feel? Because you have a young daughter at home and your wife is at home. I mean, how are you doing with all of this? Are you kind of heightened anxiety with it all?
It's changed, right? Everything, I think it's changed for everybody. Depends who you are, but I would say everyone's life has changed. Some people, you know, they're enjoying this time. Some people are, you know, dealing with it. For me, it's changed. I go to work every morning, and when I come home, even it's really, you're really worried. You know, are you going to bring anything home with you? So the whole routine has changed. I have to, you know, my wife takes my daughter upstairs and makes sure she doesn't see me. She's only like 2 and a bit, so it's hard to explain to her that, you know, I'm going to come in, I can't see you right away. I got to go change the clothes, shower. It takes, you know, it's a different routine now, and then come and say hi. And, you know, if they're older, they would understand, but Yeah, it's a little bit more stressful. You know, it could be for the better. These are things that you should already be doing. You should already be washing your hands before you handle your child or anything. But now it's like complete, you know, change your clothes every day. Your clothes are being washed. Like, can't even bring the clothes in the house. It's a whole different routine. And yeah, it's very stressful. Like very, very, yeah. But
So
depends who. Some people are enjoying themselves, right? Some people are finding themselves. Some people are taking this time. You know, they're fortunate enough to, you know, still have an income and, you know, enjoy time with their family and do what everyone should be doing, you know, just, you know, social distancing and let's try to get over this whole thing. But unfortunately, not everyone is doing that. And some people are forced to do certain things.
So Sia, are you moving over to an online platform at all? Are you selling things online right now?
We were always online, but now we're just offering more services. So, you know, if the clients can't come in or they don't feel comfortable coming in or if they're taking care of someone, we offer now delivery. But online was always there through head office, but just on a store level, what we're doing is we're offering delivery to anybody in the Ottawa area just to, you know, minimize that and, you know, just make it easier for everyone. But online was always there.
Was always there. Sia, what products would you recommend right now to help combat sort of everything that's going on?
Well, there's a lot. I mean, everyone, to me, like flu season, you should be taking like your vitamin C's and your essentials, you know, your vitamin D, your essential fatty acids. But, you know, more people are coming in for vitamin C. More people are coming in for their minerals, their zinc, their selenium, um, even magnesium. They're coming in for that. But, you know, just your immune boosters. We noticed, you know, that was the section that was after the whole toilet paper craze and people started realizing that, you know, it's not just about that. You know, we realized that we noticed a lot of new clients and a lot of just, you know, more sales are in our immune boosters or antioxidants. You know, there's a lot of them that you can take. People are really into the mushrooms these days, so they're taking a lot of turkey tail, cordyceps, you name it. Just oregano, anything for preventative, elderberry juice, echinacea, you know, you name it.
And these are all offered on your online platform, and you guys are delivering.
Online, it's everything is online. Those are pretty, you know, the basics all the stores carry. But yeah, online in the store, we have those plus more. We also have a lot of people coming in for stuff for, you know, to help them sleep, stuff for depression. We've noticed more now. People are not happy, right? Their life has changed. They can't sleep, whether it's, you know, they have too much energy or whether, you know, stress from life. But we have a lot of people coming in for a lot of our herbal remedies, you know, passion flower, holy basil, lemon balm. We're getting a lot of different clientele. And unfortunately, we can't really educate them all because the time is very limited. But yeah, you know, to stay healthy, that's also part of it. You know, you want to be stress-free, you want to be sleeping enough. So.
Now, Sia, have you thought about sort of starting like online videos to educate your customers on what they could buy to help them right now? Is that something that you're thinking of offering?
Definitely, yeah. We're working on the social media. I mean, everyone's business is kind of changing, right? Like before, it was you would come in and we would provide you with the service, and unfortunately, now that's minimized, and we're going to use our social media to educate you that way and provide a service that way for you.
And that's Nutrition House Saint Laurent for anybody who doesn't
Nutrition.
know yet. I will include that after the show. Sia, as a father, I mean, how are you coping right now knowing you can't come home and just run and hug your daughter? I mean, I know you said it changes your routine, but that must cause like some kind of something, an anxiety within you. Like, I can't even imagine.
Well, I mean, the whole coming in and not being able to see her, like not being able to interact with her right away, it's you know, everything's happening so fast, right? So it's become routine in a way, you know, as sad as it is. It's come home. She knows, like she knows, but sometimes, you know, she forgets, you know, if, you know, she just gets excited or she catches me coming, she sees me on the driveway. Yeah, it does hurt. Like it does, yeah, I can just imagine. people coming or not being able to see their loved ones. She can't see her grandparents. She can't go to daycare. Can't see her friends. She can't see her dad right when he comes in. She knows I'm here, but we have to, play games and pretend I'm not here. Yeah, it's not that it gives me anxiety. It's just this is the way it's become, and I don't have enough information, to know how serious it is. So all the information we've been given, I can't really, I can't really decide right now. I'm just trying to do everything I can, just like everyone else, just to be safe, to be healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you giving your daughter, your wife, the vitamin C's or the zincs or anything like that to keep them sort of safe and?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, in our family, we all take what we need. Sienna wasn't really taking any vitamins until she was about, a year and a half, 2 years old. Only maybe vitamin D when she was a baby. But right now, definitely, yeah, she takes her C, she takes her probiotics, she takes her multivitamin. That's it. That's very basic. She loves them. She likes them. She's it's good. They taste good. She's getting what she needs. My wife definitely, when she was pregnant with our daughter, she was definitely taking her prenatals and all the supplements she needed to, you know, have a healthy baby. Because the baby's taking all the nutrients from you. I'm sure your next guest will be able to tell you about all that. Because,
Of course.
yeah. So everyone takes their vitamins. Yeah.
Everyone take your vitamins. Sia, being Persian from Iran, I mean, things are not great there. Do you have a lot of family there right now?
Yeah, most of my family is there. I have a lot of family, in the States. I have family in Ontario. I have a lot of family in Iran. Yeah, my family, they're safe. Everyone's healthy as far as we know up to date. But yeah, everyone's still there.
Do you feel like because of your background, you're taking the severity of the situation a little more seriously than other people would because of how bad the situation is in Iran?
Mm, no.
No.
What do you mean? No, like, am I being more careful just because of what's going on over there?
Yeah, I mean, knowing how far it
We had
progressed there.
Yeah, well, no, the thing is we had people that we knew that were coming from there. So in terms of, making sure they're isolated for, a good 14 days, if not more. In that sense, yes, like we haven't seen some family that has come back. But I just think I'm just being careful. I mean, everyone should be careful. So it doesn't matter where you are or whatnot. But in Iran, yeah, it's just a little worse for them, unfortunately. They're not as fortunate, but I'm just making sure my surroundings and people around me are definitely being careful and taking the precautions.
Sia, do you have any advice for people that you would give who are considering coming into the mall to buy anything right now?
Honestly, it's a great time to come shop. The mall is very safe. There isn't very many people. Everyone that's there is definitely there to get something. Security is making sure of that. They ask you where you're going. We have shortened hours, but only if you really need something. And honestly, if you need something from Nutrition House, we really prefer you call us and we'll definitely deliver, free of charge anywhere in Ottawa. But I don't know, maybe if you need to get your glasses fixed or you have a dental issue that you need to go see the dentist because those ones are open just for emergency. Other than that, if you do come, just like most of our guests, they're stocking up. They're not coming every other day. It's stock up, get what you need, and make a list. Call us early or whichever store you're going to. Make sure they have the stuff you need, and then go there. Try to be there as little as possible, and go home if you don't have anywhere else to go. If you don't have to go to work, or just go home, be home with the family, and enjoy your time.
So have other stores in the mall closed down because of this?
Yeah, the whole mall is pretty much shut down. Just a handful of the essentials are left. Shoppers Drug Mart, Dollarama, Lenscrafters, Nutrition House, Tim Hortons. Those we're open, but the rest of the mall is shut down. The clothing stores, I think, it's 3 weeks. Like as soon as the first day that things were happening, they closed doors, and I feel bad for. We got a lot of new stores in the mall. We have a lot of new food place restaurants, and we got a lot of new retailers in. And it was like their first month or their second month, and a lot of stores were dead. January, February, and this was the month they were gonna, make some of their money back, and I just feel bad because they just can't afford it. So pretty much everything is shut down. Rent stays, unfortunately. So it's
So
a bad situation. Pardon
Morguard is
me?
not offering any compensation due to the situation. Are they deferring payments at least?
My understanding, speaking to people from Cadillac Fairview, Rideau Center, Eaton Center, my understanding is rent can be deferred. If you're lucky, your rent will be deferred, but it will never be forgotten. So if we're closed for 2 months, 3 months, depending on how much your rent is, 15, 20,000, when you come back, you're going to have to pay that. Maybe not right away, but just you have no sales. Some stores are still lucky; they carry the right stuff and they're still open, and they have some income. But some of these stores, you're just closed. You have no income. I don't know how they're going to do it. The small businesses, maybe some of the big corporations, but yeah, it's scary times.
So, Sia, being where you are and seeing what you see on an economical level, do you think that this will force people into bankruptcy?
I hope not. I honestly don't know. Again, depends who you are. Every situation is different, right? Something should be done. There should be some support. I don't know, maybe from the government. Nothing is clear right now, so it's really hard to tell. But do I see? I don't want to say it. Do I see stores going bankrupt? I don't want to say it, but depends how long this goes on for. We're hoping that they come up with a solution, whatever it is, and put a stop to it, or at least control it. And then everyone, we can just all get back to our lives, because like I said, some of us are happy, some of us are miserable. Depends on your situation. Every situation is different. So I think that most of us would like to kind of get back to our lives. Even if you're enjoying your staycation right now, maybe it's not going to last forever, right? You might be in the same shoes as other people if this goes on forever with all the layoffs. It's going to be tough.
Rough times for sure. See, I've been asking everybody this question, and I have to ask you as well. Do you believe there's any conspiracy associated
With this? Like I said, I haven't been provided enough information for me to say yes or no. What I know is that it is affecting us, but as far as if it's a conspiracy, if it was made in a lab, or if it's just nature, I don't know. No one's proven me anything yet, so no, I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
No idea on that one. See, I have another question for you. Given the situation, if you guys were considering to have another child, would this have changed your mind?
Definitely. Yeah. Not that it's changed your mind. You definitely, I mean, anytime you want to have a child, you take a lot of things into consideration, but is there more things to consider now? That's what I mean. Yes, there's more things to consider. And yeah, I know some people that have kids that newborns, a week old, a month old. It's tough, right? Indoors, and it's different times now. It's really different times.
So have you been able to see your family at all throughout this time?
Uh, Through, FaceTime, stuff like that. We're really practicing social distancing. I mean, it's tough, but no,
No way.
not really. No, just my wife and my daughter, and I see the clients and the guests that come to the mall, but yeah, family-wise, no, nobody.
Nobody at all. How do you find your friends are being respectful of the situation right now? Are they keeping their distance? Are they sort of taking it as seriously as you are?
I think our group of people are, at least the ones in Ottawa. I mean, since we don't see anybody, yeah, I think everyone's respecting it. As far as friends in Toronto, I believe so. I think Toronto is hit a little bit different, so I think they might even be taking it a little bit more seriously. I think they're boarding up some of the shopping malls, and like, for example, Eaton Center, everything was closed. Nothing was open. Just the first week, it was just Tim Hortons and McDonald's, and then even that, I think it's completely now shut down. So yeah, I think everyone around us is respecting it, and whoever is not should be. You know, we don't know what's going on, and just be careful. It better be safe than sorry.
100%. I agree. I do see your wife in the chat, Sia, so I'm going to ask you a question on her behalf. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but has she been sort of harping on you to close your doors? Because I know that I was sort of down my husband's throat saying, like, who cares? Just shut down. Or is she sort of doing the same? Or
She's honestly left it all up to me. I mean, we all have a lot of decisions to make, and with this COVID-19, and we already have a lot on our plate. And I think she trusts my judgment, and she just pretty much is up to me. She just wants me to be extra careful. You know, she's equipped me with, you know, we had everything already, but it's like extra sanitizer, extra Lysol, even before the whole craze. Like, she just wants to make sure I'm fully safe, just so I don't pass it to, you know, our parents or my daughter or even anyone else. But no, she's not really. She just wants me to be safe and be, you know, make sure I don't come into contact with anyone. So
fair enough. See, I have one last question for you now that you're live. Do you have anything you would like to say to the people viewing this right now?
just be safe, everyone, and we're gonna get through this. You know, keep exercising, stay healthy, be positive. Whatever this is, we can get through it.
I agree with you 100%. And before I welcome Jessica and Sia, I do have another question. Sorry, I did lie. That wasn't my last question. My last.
Oh, I'm used to it.
No, there's always so many questions. You know me. I'm 21 questions. My last question for you, Sia. Are you doing anything for faith right now? Has this turned you closer to God or meditation or anything like that? What are you doing to stay calm?
Not reading in the news as much as I have to. Just what am I doing for faith? Honestly, I'm really busy speaking to landlords, just trying to figure all this out, that my days are very occupied. Like, from the moment I go to work, from the moment till I leave, it's nonstop. Like, there's a lot going on. It's a one-man show, which is fine. But when I come home, just I guess just seeing my family, that they're healthy, speaking to my parents, my in-laws, everyone's doing well. That's kind of my sanity. I'm not doing anything extra. I just don't have the time. I'm exercising, trying to be normal. I guess keeping the same routine, going to work. When I'm in the store, to me everything's the same. When I step out, is a little different. So just trying to keep it as normal as possible. Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, Sia, if everyone wants to order things and get them delivered, if they are in the Ottawa area, is it that they just DM your Instagram page, or how do they do that?
You can do that. You can call the store 613-842-4116, or you can email us at nh153@nutritionhouse.com. Whatever is easier for you. We'll, you know, take care of you and make sure you have everything you need.
Guys, I will get Sia to send me that information so I can include it in the video right afterwards. Sia, thank you so much, and thank you for being out there. Thank you for being out there and being essential. I really appreciate everything you're doing. I hope you stay safe. Say hi to Tara, kiss your little girl, and have a good night, Sia. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks. So guys, I'm just going to wait for Jess to join. I'm not quite sure where she is. That was Sia from Nutrition House Saint Laurent. If you guys do need anything, do look them up and give them a call. He just said that if you are in the Ottawa area, he will deliver it to your door. Thank you guys. Thank you, Sia, so much for being on. Oh, shit. I'm going to try to find Jess in here. Linda, I saw you. If you're still here, can you tell your sister-in-law to come on down? Well, you might have to deal with me for like 6 minutes till she comes. How is everybody, though? How are you guys doing? How's everyone dealing right now? Because, you know, I have 2 kids, so I'm kind of going crazy. Hi, Rua. How are you? I am just trying to find her. You know, it's always so awkward when I have to like log off to wait for another guest because it's just me and I'm not that entertaining. Oh, there she is. So I don't have to bore you guys tonight. Let's go live with Jessica. Hi, Kiwi. How are you? Hi, Manny. We want Amanda Stab again. I want Amanda Stab again.
Hey,
Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, living the dream over here in isolation. How's it going over there?
Fantastic. Just living my best life.
So, Jess, you are raising a toddler, pregnant. I'm
Yep.
assuming not working at Movati right now.
No, we've been shut down since March 14th, so it's going on 3 weeks.
Oh my God. So, what are you doing to stay sane? Because I can't imagine being exhausted and pregnant and chasing after a toddler.
Well, you know what? I've just been trying to fill my days with doing fun stuff. It's actually kind of nice being at home with Valentina. At first, it was like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. She wasn't napping. It was a little bit intense. But then we started getting into a bit of a routine, and she's been going down for her naps.
Perfect.
And then, yeah, so I'm keeping busy.
And how far along are you in your pregnancy?
I'm almost 24 weeks now.
Okay, so Jessica, for all the people who are pregnant right now, are you taking any extra precautions to keep yourself safe?
Yes, I'm trying to stay self-isolated as much as possible, just seeing like immediate family, avoiding the grocery stores, that kind of thing, and, you know, washing my hands a million times a day. Other than that, there's not really much else I can do other than that.
Are you taking any extra supplements or anything like that right now? Or is it always kind of the same?
Yeah, it's always kind of the same. Like I take a prenatal and a fish oil, probiotic, vitamin D, the usual. But other than that, that's about it right now. Mm-hmm.
So is your husband, is he still working? Is he still going in and out?
Yes, he is still working. He's an electrician, so he's on a job site, but it's just him and his partner working together outdoors, so it's not too bad. But obviously, he comes in, he changes, showers, everything immediately. But yeah, so technically, we're still at risk, even though I'm avoiding going out and, you know, other than being outside and that kind of thing. But there's always that risk, right?
Well, you can only do as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
For your clients that you were training at Movati, what are you doing for them now? How are you able to connect with them?
Well, I've sent them workouts and, you know, just staying in touch, chatting, and trying to post like little videos on my Fit Mama's blog, which is my other account. I'm finding it challenging to like create workouts or film workouts other than during nap time, which I have to be quiet. So I'm trying to figure out a method there. Hoping to start a YouTube channel soon. But other than that, like we're not really able to do much other than provide them with free workouts and that kind of thing right now. And just keeping in touch with them, trying to keep them accountable.
It's fair enough. I think it's sort of difficult on everybody's end, right? Everyone's just trying to balance everything all at once, and it's kind of impossible sometimes, you know, to just do it all.
Especially when you're a mom, yeah, for sure, because
Yeah.
it's a full-time job in itself, right, as you know.
Yeah, definitely. How are you feeling with the whole COVID-19 thing? Is this something you ever saw coming? I know Gabe's Italian and it's really bad in Italy right now. How are you guys coping?
Yeah, well, seeing what's going on in Italy and other places, like he has some extended family there. We've been in touch with them. They're all safe. But it's scary. I mean, trying not to and scare me, but we're just trying to stay up to date and not over binge on news and everything too, right? Because that can cause more anxiety and stress than anything, especially being pregnant. That's something I want to limit. But yeah, just trying our best to stay isolated and just see immediate family pretty much.
So have you gone to any appointments for the pregnancy since we've been sort of isolated, or do you have any upcoming appointments? Are they doing them virtually, or how are they doing them?
Well, originally it was supposed to be virtual, but because I have my glucose test coming up and blood work, they've kind of switched things up. I'm going to be going, I have a midwife, and I'll be going and they'll be doing everything there. And a lot of the appointments are being switched to virtual appointments, but some appointments you do have to be seen, such as my next one coming up next week. So yeah,
Okay.
doing
And
that.
how do you feel about kind of going into that? Or do you think it'll be okay? I'm sure they're taking the proper precautions, but as
Yeah. Well, they've like sent us like email updates so many different times now, letting us know what they're doing, and they have very minimal staff on site. And again, like people can't bring their significant others or their children with them. Everything's being extra sanitized, so I feel safe for sure. And I'm glad to be going in to get checked up, but I don't think I'm going to have to do as many in-person visits up until, you know, my last trimester. So I'm okay with virtual. I had a virtual doctor's appointment last week, actually. It went well. It was good.
okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't last that long, but at this rate, I mean, we just don't know, I guess, right?
No, exactly.
Do you have any thoughts on sort of what brought on COVID? Any conspiracy of your own that you think may kind of have caused this, or are you just not even thinking of that?
Well, I don't know. I've heard so many different conspiracy theories and that kind of thing. Like it was created on purpose, but you know what? I don't really buy into that or even listen to it much because I mean, it seems like a real thing to me. And I know I started with a bat or something. That's all I really know. But to be honest, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory or anything. I've heard things like it's you know, people are doing this to create more like online, switching everything to online. But I don't really buy into that.
Fair enough. So how are you keeping your 2-year-old entertained right now? So I think that that's something a lot of people are interested in knowing.
A great question. I didn't realize it was like that much work to keep, you know, the structure, the tantrums at bay, that kind of thing. But pretty much we start our day and I try to keep a little bit of structure in there. That's the big thing. So, you know, we'll start by just having some relaxed time, read books, and then I make breakfast with her. We have breakfast. We clean up. She's really big into helping in the kitchen and helping me with the dishes and that kind of thing. And then I make sure that we do some sort of like sensory or educational kind of game after that. And I've always been big on limiting TV because she's still under 2. But not gonna lie, there's been a little more, you know, watching TV and like listening to songs, having daily dance parties, that kind of thing. And then I'll always make sure to bring her outdoors before lunch, before nap. I found that's been really helpful with her nap times. So we'll go play outside for a half hour, and then it's lunchtime, clean up, nap. She's been doing great with that for the last couple of weeks, thank goodness, because we were both going crazy with shorter naps. But it started off pretty much with she went down to 30 minutes of napping when she was used to doing like 2 to 3 hours at daycare. And I seek some advice from a sleep coach who had helped me in the past, and Taya, the mama coach. She's awesome. And anyway, she gave me a few pieces of advice and it helped so much. Got her back into her routine. She's now doing like 2 hours a day, which is fantastic. I never thought that was even possible because on weekends, like for the last 6 months or so, it was the same thing. She would avoid naps. It's like she knew how to play me, and she was just naps were a disaster. So I'm kind of glad that is all settled. And then afternoons, it's pretty much like I've been seeing my my sister-in-law Linda. I've seen her son. We let the kids play together because we've all been in isolation the last few weeks. So you know, the kids play. We usually do something outside, go for a walk or whatever. We'll just hang out indoors. But again, limiting it to just the few of us there. But I find it's important for kids to socialize, and it's tough because, you know, in these situations, you can't have play dates, you can't do that kind of thing. So sometimes we'll see neighbors across the street, and like we'll make sure the kids like stay separated. But we're all kind of like on the street on our bikes, and you know, we're near each other, but we're keeping our distance. So at least it's kind of nice to have, you know, people around without having to be too close. You know what I mean?
I do see Linda saying hi to us. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi.
No, you're absolutely right. I think it's important to just sort of keep somewhat of a normal routine going. it can be challenging when you have, like, we have different age groups in the house, so I find it a little challenging with that to have somewhat of a normal sort of routine for both.
Yeah.
But I think, like, what you're doing is perfect. Just sort of, you know, eating, a little bit of structural play, and then getting out, and then a nap. I think that's, like, I'd like you to blog on that, actually, because
Yeah.
I like to read that. So if you get a moment to yourself, which I highly doubt you will, but if you do, please, would you blog about that?
Yes, I got to get back on the blogging. So you know what? I will take note of that.
Thank you so much. Now, I have another question for you. Do you find it difficult to execute the same types of workouts you were doing before now that you're at home? Despite the fact that you have your daughter with you, but just in general in terms of equipment and stuff like that, for people who are trying to replicate what they would do in the gym, is it difficult at home?
It is different for sure. I mean, I was used to working out with unlimited equipment and, you know, free weights of every size. Not that I was lifting super heavy at this point in my pregnancy, but now I'm definitely doing more body weight workouts, more stretching, more mobility, which, to be honest, when I'm pregnant or with anyone being pregnant, you don't really need much equipment. So it's nice. And in a way, I haven't been getting, you know, hour-long workouts in, but I have been doing a little bit of something every day. And if I can give people one piece of advice, it would be, you know, doing 10 or 15 minutes, you know, 4 or 5 times a week really does add up, and it makes a difference. You don't need to go hard and get like a crazy sweat on for an hour a day, especially if you're pregnant, taking care of another child. You do need to reserve your energy for that, because it is definitely something that it's a lot. And then just taking more time for, like, even just meditation. Every morning I wake up and I take 5 minutes to breathe deeply, and it really sets the tone for the day. Journaling, which I've always said I wanted to get back into, and I never did up until now. So that's been really fun. Again, totally off topic from workouts, but just kind of spending my energy and time doing other stuff in terms of self-care. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's really important that we, like, just a little bit of time for ourselves a day. I know a lot of us say, like, I don't have the time, but you have to make the time. It's never just going to magically appear, I think. And
Exactly.
it's important that we sort of remember ourselves throughout this whole fiasco, because we need to be healthy and sort of mentally okay to take care of our families, or even just, you know, whatever it is that we have to do throughout the day, right? So I think that is really valuable information to give everybody. I have another question for you now that you're live. Do you have anything you would like to say to the people viewing this in regards to COVID-19? Oh, sorry.
Yes, definitely. Sorry, I had put an alarm on because I may have been asleep at this time. we didn't schedule this chat. But yes, in terms of COVID-19, definitely a big message I'd like to send out to people is take it seriously, self-isolate. You know, a little bit of sacrifice right now can literally help save people's lives. I have a lot of people who are close to me, like such as my mom, my mother-in-law, grandparents that are, you know, at risk, you know, compromised, or again, just in that age category. And it's, you know, just trying your best to do your part and stay away. It's tough with family because you know you want to see family, but you know, even just gatherings with friends, and you think it's innocent, but you know what, you never know, right? So a couple months of distancing, and this will all be a thing of the past, and we'll all come out healthy and happier. And I think that it's just important to take it seriously.
I completely agree. Jess, before I let you go, I do want to ask one more thing that I had forgot to ask earlier. Do you think that the nature of the gyms will change after this? Do you think that people will resume coming back to the gym as they normally did, or is it going to be a different culture?
Well, to be honest, I hope it goes back to normal. I mean, I'm sure the first little bit will be different. You know, that's just with anything, right? This is something I've never experienced before, but I think that everyone is going to be taking more precautions and just, you know, slowly easing back into normal day-to-day life. But I'm hoping that, you know, people will continue to be able to make the gym and these kinds of things a part of their lifestyle as they did before. I mean, I know the gyms are taking more precautions in terms of sanitary measures and that kind of thing. Even the last few weeks leading up to this whole thing, all of my clients and members around me were extra, cleaning equipment, taking precautions, that kind of thing. So I think that it will go back to normal. It just takes time.
Fair enough, Jess. Thank you so much for everything. I think you gave some really valuable tips for everyone to sort of stay healthy, stay aware of themselves, and things that they can do to sort of just for self-care right now. But like I said, I really want that routine that you have going with your daughter. So if you can put that somewhere, I would love it.
For sure. It's not the same every day, but you know
what?
I will post you something about that. I've been meaning to do that. Thank you.
Any set of guidelines right now is beneficial for us all.
It's true. It's true. We all got to help each other out.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate it. And I will include your Fit Mama's blog Instagram handle after the show. Thank you so much for doing this. I love having you on. Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this. This has been a lot of fun, and I appreciate you putting all the time and effort and keeping everyone entertained.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Thanks, you too.
Take care. Well, guys, I'm going to let you go this evening a little bit earlier. I will be interviewing Jesse Della Vedova tomorrow night from Dilawri. He's the general sales manager there, and he is coming on, to talk about what COVID-19 is doing to that industry. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I love you all, and I hope you have a great night.